What is up, family? Let's have a little discussion about Multiversus Season 2. As you know, Season 3 is just around the bend, and this season has been wrought with positive and negatives. If you remember the last video I did before the last season that nobody cares about, but they, I'm making it again anyway. Last season was an I'm not going to say the word. It was a bad experience. A lot of people did not like the rifts, though I have found that a lot of people are complaining about the rifts not being as important this season. I'm actually okay with that. My biggest issue is this season has been mostly fun. I put the most time, effort into this season than I did last season. To be fair, I put a lot of effort into last season too, but it was just to constantly replay the rifts. And if you've been watching any of my streams, which I'll probably have some random footage in the background here to show some of my PvP matches, I have gotten exponentially better than I was last season. Last season, I struggled through the rifts. I don't know if this was a good or not change. I personally like the change with the rifts, though I know a lot of people are upset that they don't mean anything anymore. They still mean something. Like, you can get items to get costumes, like stuff like that. Stuff that I actually would prefer. Honestly, I do like the system of picking your own, like, reward, which is very useful because if it's a character you use a lot, you can use it for that. Like, if it was last season, I mean, I get the Beetlejuice skin for Samurai Jack. I may have to get the, I don't know, the Beetlejuice skin for Harley Quinn or something instead, which is nice, but it's not my character. So I do like that they changed that. A lot of people did not like this season in rank. So, like I said, if you've been watching me this season, you know for a fact that I have improved. And if you don't agree, well, you haven't been watching my streams. If you watch my first stream where I played as Samurai Jack, I was terrible. And now I put a lot of time, effort, learning the game, practicing this game, learning how to fight, learning skills, learning how to play against people. And now we are 1 day and 10 hours away. That's right, from Season 3. It's crazy to see we got here. Now, I do have one concern about this game. First of all, ranked PvP is trash for this reason. The RP you get makes no sense. So let's start with duos. This is a positive, but something I didn't realize or didn't have the ability to take advantage to near the end, which is why I will not be master this season, it would seem. So this game, if you take a partner with you that's in bronze, silver, or gold, and you're in platinum, diamond, or whatever, then you get more RP for winning. I guess the idea is that the person on the other team has a lower rank, so they get more points. Therefore, you benefit from them getting more points because they're ranking up faster so that they can get into the higher ranks and get more competitive. Now, that's all well and good. I understand the ability of taking somebody weaker than you to help you raise up instead of raising together. Makes you work a little less hard in a way, which is good. I'm more worried about the single PvP. My biggest issue is the single PvP. The single issue with the PvP is I will win. People have seen it. People watch streams. The last stream I did with rank, you actually could have seen it. I was winning matches non-stop. Non-stop. I was winning like 2 to 3 matches back to back, and I lost a match. And then I won more matches, lost a single match. I didn't even rank up. Imagine that. Imagine not ranking up by winning a bunch and losing a few times. 1, 2, or 3 times, that's it. Because when you win and you're a higher rank and you fight somebody who's a higher rank, so let's say you fight somebody who's like a master, you get more RP, but it's harder. That makes sense. But the next question is, why am I fighting a master in diamond or gold? That makes no sense. Now, to be fair, I don't know if I fought masters in gold because I wasn't looking at it, but I know for a fact that in platinum, I fought master level people. Now, you could say that doesn't mean anything because skill is skill, but the game does not think skill is skill because if you lose, you get a lot of RP loss. I can lose 19 to 18 RP every loss, but it takes 2 to 3 wins to get more than that because every time I lose, I get 18 or 19 taken away. Every time I win, I get 20 or, 19 or 18 taken from me. So to lose is really negative. You have to be basically playing perfectly. So if you're doing this, you have to be number 1. And that is hard. That is really hard to constantly win. You're going to lose, you're going to lose, you're going to lose. A great man, quotations, once said those words. And I say this surely with no sense of irony, but it's true. You're gonna lose, you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose, and you will lose in ranked. People saw me struggle. It's been a struggle. So my issue with rank is that I didn't like the 3 best out of 2, but I get it. That's what fighting games do. I understand it. It's just faster to do it one by one. And some people say, you know, you just like to cheese, whatever. I just want to get it done fast because I'm very, 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 very upset that this season I will not get master rank. I do think, though, because of the skills that I've learned from this season, next season I will probably be able to be master rank. Now, before this game came out with this PvP rank, I didn't play enough to really get good at anything. In the beginning, I was kind of messing around in duos with Joker, and I wasn't that good with Joker, and it showed. When you think you're good fighting regulars on unranked, and then you go to ranked, it's a whole different ball game. And this season, I learned I have to stick with Samurai Jack. I picked Samurai Jack because, well, that was the character that I wanted to play as because he was new and I like Samurai Jack. I did not know that the rankings were by character. At first I was lukewarm on this idea. Now I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it being character based. I've moved on from that. You just have to learn, because I guess in the rules of fighting games you have to learn the character anyway. This isn't Dragon Ball Sparking Zero shout out, which will be next month. Just wanted to say that. Just throw it out there. Multiversus, you got some competition for my heart. I hope you don't blow it. I hope you don't blow it. That being said, this season offered a lot of cool skins. I still have an issue with the skins. And I said this last season, and I will say it again. If we're going to do these skins that have multiple styles of the same thing, like, don't get me wrong, Afterlife skins, great idea. And I'm sure this game is doing stuff like this because, look, I've learned a lot through this last season. I've grown a lot. I've learned that you can't just put stuff in the game. You have to add stuff. And I just feel like if we're going to do all these skins, it feels like a waste of money. I get it. They need to make their money, so make your money. But I don't know. I feel like we should just add an accessory option if there's going to be... The skins are okay. I take it back. The skins are okay. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I don't write scripts. That's just not my style. So we might jump around a little bit. The skins are all right. I won't complain too much about the skins. The skins are pretty good. It's a good idea. Now the accessories is one thing. If we do the shark hat thing, ridiculous. Also, the grind this season has been insane. You can still see it here, and I'll show it to you real quick. We'll flip over. So you can still unlock these. I unlocked all this stuff. I got way too many of these. Way too much grinding was required of this, but this is because of PvP. That's why I'm so good and I have so much stuff here, is the PvP. The rifts, they were about the same as they were last season. I wouldn't say there's anything special about them. I will buy all the rest of these things most likely, but I don't need to buy this because I'm not stupid. But if you really wanted to speed up the process, you could have just bought a bunch of Cybucks, which I don't recommend. I was able to get all the circuit credits, which I think there was like 4. It's pretty good. They had some good events going. These things, I actually like this. I like that they did this right here. I'm okay with the rifts being this way. Also, because of this little medal right here, I'm gonna get LeBron for free because they just, I don't know if it was on accident or not, but they forgot to add another skin. They didn't forget, but they happened not to put another skin into this shop over here. So that is a W, because all these are done with Gleamium, right? And they are nice. I like them, but again, I don't use Finn. I don't use Arya. As much as I really want this Arya, because she looks really, really cool. Like, look at her with her hair, like in her face. It's like, ooh, blow out my face. And all that. I'm not gonna, you know, buy that for her for 15K. Not now. I'm not gonna say not ever. But what I will buy is LeBron. His feet are back in the podium. So that's a good thing. I get a free character, which is nice because I never wanted to spend any Gleamium and I can't use fighter tokens, which is still a problem, by the way. That's still an issue, player first. Let me use my fighter tokens or my fighter currency. It's ridiculous that I can't do that. I will show where I'm at now. I did make it to the top 800. I was 600. I got worse. What can I say? I'm top 800 Jack. That's good. So at least I end the season somewhat as a winner. Diamond in duos. Not diamond in a single. I might be able to get diamond by the time you don't see this video. By the time this video is done, I might be able to get platinum. That's another thing. I know this probably isn't very rank like, but can we make it so that once you hit a rank, you keep that rank and you just drop down? Because if you're gonna make the RP this ridiculous, to constantly go from diamond then lose diamond then go to diamond then lose diamond so consistently is really frustrating. Maybe that's a normal ranking thing, I'm not sure, but I don't like it. But mostly the RP needs to be fixed. Now, I'm not the kind of guy that tells you about hitboxes and all that stuff. I think everybody agrees the hitboxes are still very wonky in this game. You can hit people from the back. You can do all these weird things. You can hit them. You can hit the corner of the side here. You can hit the corner of the side of the map and then hit the person on the map, which is weird. Like you're not even touching them. And then another issue I found, I've seen this with other characters, but mostly with Jack. There's a little bit of a bug where you can get stuck in the teeny corner. If I can find the footage, if it don't take too much effort, I'll look for it and I'll try to put it in this video. But you can do that, and it's really frustrating because this happens way more than it should. And maybe you could say it's my fault, but maybe it's just something I'm doing. But I find myself in this situation a lot, and it doesn't get, if it hasn't been fixed each patch. I don't know if they're even aware of it, so maybe this video can make them aware of it. I've done some streams where I know it's happened. People saw me complain about it, I'm sure. So there's that. And so I'm not the guy to talk about hitboxes. The characters this season were 100% amazing. First of all, Beetlejuice. I wanted Beetlejuice from the very beginning. Beetlejuice, I didn't learn how to play with him because I was too busy playing with Jack. One issue I do have, this costume right here. I can only assume this is from the movie, the new movie that came out, right? But there's so many options. They should have gave him his wedding outfit. That would have been much nicer. Or like a dirtier version of his clothes. I don't know. But the wedding outfit, I would have thought would have been the most obvious choice. It'll probably come eventually. But I just thought that was the most obvious. That's the most iconic outfit of his. Beetlejuice has a lot of moves. I was wondering what they're going to do. He's amazing. A great character. Obviously, Samurai Jack is the greatest. He has become my main. And he will continue to be my main. Though the better I get with him, the better I get at the game, the more I can play with other characters. Powerpuff Girls, super hype, next season. Can't wait. Nubia, could care less about. But I was watching somebody and they made a good point. Maybe they made Nubia because she's all they could make. You've noticed there's not been any cinematics before the rifts. You've noticed that the characters, they've gotten some good stuff. We know they got the acquisition of WB during this season, which we thought would raise the game up. Which is weird because WB usually raises games. They don't raise games, they drop games. And that didn't seem to be like too off the nose because we got some cool outfits. We got the Zero World Harley Quinn, which I did not buy, which I wanted to buy, and all that. But it was good. This season had a lot of W's. They changed, they added a tech system, which is good and bad because you can't do loops anymore. So that's good. Bad because sometimes it'll tech you into an attack, which I noticed. Like, I'm not even touching it. I guess that's because you have to learn when the tech is part of the skill gap. But I've noticed that I've been teched into an attack. Maybe the person just learned how to take advantage of it, to be fair. I'm not gonna say, this is in ranked. I've been mostly in ranked. I've never sweat so much playing Multiversus, and I've had a blast. I've hated it and loved it all the same. And I'm only gonna get better. I really hope that, I wonder how that pops in the mic. I really hope that the skins are not a one and done thing. Because I worked so hard this season to get the Samurai Jack skins. What I'm hoping they do with ranked, and I have a good feeling they might do this just because they did it with the Prestige shop. So we'll go to the Prestige shop real quick here, just to show it off. They did add to the Prestige shop, which I originally thought they were going to remove and replace. They did not. So what I'm thinking they may do, and they may do this with the Powerpuff Girls, which means they're only going to do this for like new skins, but maybe not. What they should do, a lot of people are saying they should be rank skins for all your characters or just the character you get it with. I don't agree with getting the character you get the rank with, because that would mean you would be forced to play as a certain character to get that level, like to get that skin, and I don't like that, because if I am not good with a character I shouldn't be forced to use, but I want to play as that skin, I shouldn't be forced to play as that character rank up. But I do like this idea, and I hope they go through it. Really, I'd be okay with them just putting the skins in the shop after like maybe 6 months just to be fair, so people can, like, you know, maybe after the next season, you know, they do skins and stuff in the battle pass. So the next season, the ranking skins will be available for purchase for, they'll probably just be more expensive than normal. So instead of being like, what's the most expensive, 2,000, it's like 3,000, just to be like, if you really want to buy this, then you have to buy this, because you already got the belt, right? So you don't need to worry about the belts, because you'll have the belt and you just won't be able to buy the belt. But the skin should be allowed for everybody to buy, because the skin is cool. It's a lot of work, and it's not really fair for somebody not to get it, just because it's one of those things where, like, if you haven't played, like, if you didn't play this season but you started playing on season 4, but you want that Jack skin because you really like Jack, you should be able to get that skin in some way. What I'd be okay with is if next season the ranking continues like it did now, except with the RP being, oops, hit the table, with the RP being fixed. What I want them to do is fix the RP in the game. That would be better. But what I would really like is they just add skins to the ranking. So the more seasons you play rank, the more benefit you get. Which means last season you were only able to get to gold, but this season you've improved, you've gotten better. So this season you're able to get the platinum, so you can get this platinum skins. So in that case, you get the Jack skins and the newest season skins, and it just keeps stacking like that. If they want to keep it so that you have to earn the skin, they could do it like that, where you have to still earn it, but you have to get it in rank, but you can get it in rank later. So next season, you could still unlock the rank skins for Jack if you get to the master rank, or gold or platinum, or whichever skin you did not get. You could still get to that skin and get the new one. So it shows your growth, and you get to still benefit from getting better at the game, which is the only reason I even started playing rank, was for the skin. And to be honest, I am very sad that I'm not getting the rank skin. The platinum, the master skin. I was so close. But even though you don't see it there, I'll go back to here so you can see it in duos. Again, I may be diamond by the time this video is already uploaded, just saying. But at least I'll get that skin, and it feels good to know that I was able to get to diamond. In all honesty, I did get to diamond on my own, as you would have seen in another stream, and then I just had some bad games. I was playing stupid. I like to blame the game, but that's another thing. This game is still growing. I think this season has been really good. I think this season has been a big improvement from season 1. The rifts, the way they did the rifts, so much better. You still are forced to bring somebody for a point, but it's not as necessary, because you can beat the other ones without getting, you don't have to get all the little star nodes in order to actually get the rewards, which is good. The rifts in the beginning were shorter, which I was okay with. A lot of people didn't. I know there wasn't any cinematics. I kind of worry a little bit. Maybe that means the game isn't doing that good. And I'm not super excited for Nubia. I'm very excited for Powerpuff Girls. But somebody said this, and I want to leave this with everybody. This game it's only getting better. I think this game, once you really start to play this game, once you really start to put work in, this game is actually super fun. It's better, in my opinion, in just the style than Smash Brothers, because Smash Brothers is crazy, insane, and you just all over the place. This one is a little bit more focused. At first, I had a problem with the slowdown of the game, but now it's more methodical. You can think about your moves more than just throwing a bunch of stuff out. I actually like the camera being zoomed in, because you can see the characters a lot clearer, and I like the characters a little bit bigger. Now, they could make the stages a little bit larger as well, so that your head's not going through a platform. A bigger issue is they don't have fun things. I think next season they need to do stuff like this with the rifts. Take the stuff from the rifts. So just because I don't want to look for the footage, I'll actually play a match for you all, and I want to show you something, because this is really, really cool. We'll do Looney because it'll be the longest without me like one-shotting everything. This is a really cool concept, and I think that, first of all, stuff like golf, that'd be fun. Racing, that'd be fun. But think about this, if you will. Let's go here. We'll fight with whatever, it don't matter. It don't matter, we're just doing this as a show. But here's what I think they should do. Free-for-all should be a little bit more wacky, a little bit more zany, a little bit loony, but it's not. Right now it's just the same stage, and yeah, they make a big deal out of stages, but they put so much work. There's so many fun levels in these stages, like in the rifts, that it feels like a waste to only have them in the rifts. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense to have, like, look at this stage. There's also one with Agent Smith, but like, look at this. Do you know how much fun this would be to play on free-for-all on this stage where you have these little invisible platforms that are made, and then you have to like hit the button to change the platform. Let me go do that real quick. Like that, like imagine doing this in free-for-all instead of having to fight a cheesy ass computer who's either way too easy or way too hard. Imagine that. Like, this would be fun to play against real people. They need to do stuff like this. They need to have modes like this and free-for-all, because why did you put this much effort into this stage? Like, this is a whole new design stage in Dexter's Lab, by the way. This isn't like just assets reused. No, this is a whole new stage made. Well, I guess they did reuse assets too, but whatever. But this is fun. Like, this could be really fun to play against real people who are not worried about getting one shot or just like tapping them and killing them with one shot. This should be a free-for-all thing. Free-for-all should be wild and crazy. Free-for-all, I think that what the next season should do, this season was very well catered to people who play the game hardcore, right? I'm not even really paying attention, but you know, I still survive. I'm a boss. Yep, that's it. But this season was really good to hardcore. I think that's good. We need more hardcore stuff too. I mean, I was never hardcore this game until recently, and now I am. And I will say this, once you played hardcore, you can't really play casual unless you pick somebody new, because otherwise you're just kind of taking away people's fun. You're going to ruin the game for people because you're too good. It's not really a problem on the game. That's just more of a skill thing I noticed. Like if I go to like regular, I'm not going to do it in this video because it's kind of pointless. You get what I mean. I'm sure you know. And I go to like fight somebody with something, then it's just not gonna, it's not the same. It's not fair. You know, like this, I can just kind of fool around, pick any character I want. Free-for-all needs to be more zany. So that's my big concern about this. They need to make it more like this. Make free-for-all like this, maybe throw some items in there, maybe some like crazy fun like stages. Like, you know how Smash Brothers has the stage with the cars where it's like F-Zero and you're like on the stage. I'm saying like a lot. When you're on the stage and you're like fighting cars, you're fighting in like a race and the cars can run you over. We need stuff like that in this game. It doesn't have to be PvP, because the problem is with rank, like everything is just Final Destination. And that's fine for that's what you want. You just want to focus on the combos, you want to focus on the skills, all that stuff. I get that. That's fine. But what about free-for-all? The problem is that this is the problem the game is going to run into. And this is what will kill the game ultimately, in my opinion. The problem with the game is it's weird. You gotta cater to both hardcore players and sweat. You gotta, I want to rephrase that. You gotta appeal, how do you appeal to the sweats and the casual players? Because right now, the casual play is not really given the boost it needs to. The hardcore ranked play, aside from the RP, amount you get when you win, lose, is great. Because the people who really play, and they really learn their skills, they learn how to like combo. It's really fun. It makes a whole new design. This whole game changes completely when you start to play sweat mode. 100%. In my opinion, becomes even more fun than it was as a wacky, zany game. But the game will not survive if it's not appealing to the wacky, zany type of gameplay. So we gotta find a way to make those rifts more fun. We gotta find a way to make those, not the rifts, sorry. We gotta find a way to make the free-for-all mode and the 2v2s that aren't ranked more fun. Stages like that change around, yeah, they come up with new stages, that's all fun in games, but also, why can't you pick a stage? There should be somebody said this in another video, so I'm not gonna say this is my idea. I think it's the most creative thing. Even Battlefield does, not Battlefield, Call of Duty does this, but they didn't let you pick a stage. They have 3 stages on there and you each pick the stage. Because sometimes you'll want to play the new water tower stage and you can't get it. And it takes forever to get it. Or you have to do a certain stage for a mission and you can't get it. To have a vote to get it would be even better. Also, the ability to change your character mid-fight would be nice, even if you just want to add that to casual. Because again, casual needs to feel more like Smash Brothers when you're playing with your friends on the couch. Hit the mic. That's what casual needs to be. Casual needs to hit that kind of a feeling. I'm not really good at explaining it, but I hope that explained it well enough. This season needs to, the next season, maybe not the next season, the season after that, really needs to start to think about that. I said the last video that they didn't know what kind of game they wanted to be. I think season 2 rounded out the game they wanted to be. They've always said they wanted to be a competitive game, which is why the Rifts mode last season, taking precedent over the competitive nature of the game, did not make sense. This season, the Rifts did take a back seat, which some people may not like, which again goes to that casual base, and the hardcore PvP level went up. And I feel like this game has shown more of what it wants to be. It wants to be PvP based with Rifts on the side. And that's a good thing, not a bad thing. That's a good thing. and that's a good start. This season was great. They added a lot of cool stuff. They added new tech. They made Velma good, even though she's been trashed for a long time. It's on a long trajectory to improving and making every character fun to play as. Now, I cannot talk about this video. It's kind of a negative video, but it's kind of a white pill kind of video at the same time. I'm not being all negative, because I'm going to talk about the negative people right now. I think the player base needs to relax a little bit about what they want. Just in the fact that they call this game trash, this character's trash, they only come up with 2 characters a season. Think about this for a minute. The reason they're coming out with 2 characters a season, look how much time ever. Look at Samurai Jack. Hold on, let me take this. We're gonna go back into gameplay because I want to show you something that I don't think anybody gives enough credit for. And I'm just gonna say it. And they do this with all the characters, not just Samurai Jack. But I'm gonna show you with him. This is one of my favorite things about Samurai Jack. Sure, he has the jabs. Sure, he has like the down like that. You know, he has a sword. Sure, he has that. He has the slashes. That's normal sword stuff, right? What they did though, you do this, it's whatever. It's a poke, right? But this is something they did. This is the type of stuff they do. I'll also show Beetlejuice because he's a good example too. Look at that, a beetle. Also, this is the season of beetles. I don't know why they didn't call it that, but it's a metal beetle. The beetle comes from a rift in time, based around the Samurai Jack cartoon. Who would have thought to do that? My only issue is blood doesn't come out of it, and that's kind of a big deal in Samurai Jack, is the blood that came out of the beetles, because they were supposed to be, you know, instead of being able to kill humans, you couldn't show real blood, so you showed beetle blood, like robot blood, and it was okay. Despite the fact they made an episode where you actually felt for the robot, which is an amazing episode, which is why Samurai Jack is so good. My one complaint is there's no blood from it. Black blood, black juice, oil. That's his one character. We'll also talk about this guy because he was also new. And they do this with all the characters, by the way, not just these 2. So, Beetlejuice. They got this from the movie. Like, that is like from the original movie in a very creative, fun way where he did the little amusement park thing. Also, that should be a costume. That'd be cool. That'd be a good costume. Remember how he eats beetles in the movie? He throws a beetle. That's one thing. And then he eats a bug on the floor like he does in the movie. Look at that. Like that's an actual animation, not animation, from like, that's an actual creation from the movie. The sandworm. Very creative. You can even see Saturn behind it. Like, look at this stuff. Like, this is stuff that they did. Even Beetlejuice by his design alone. Look at that. He's so grotesque. He's disgusting. Ew. That's the way he's supposed to be. They put so much work into these characters, and yeah, they only come up with 2 a season, but look at the Powerpuff Girls. They look amazing. Every character fights different. Every character they come out with, besides Banana Guard, who's just Finn, fights differently. So I'm not excited for Nubia, of course, but you got to think about it. Maybe she's cheap because she's an unknown IP, so they can take her and use her. So fine, give us another Amazon character, fine. Wonder Woman's popular, she'll be popular. People love Amazons. When she comes out, she'll have fun outfits. And I've often said that I do agree that it's kind of weird. She should just be like a costume, a variant or whatever. But that's another thing. I feel like variants should also get costumes, but I don't know if that's even doable. Like, I'd love to see the Rock Black Adam in different outfits, not just the Rock Black Adam, you know? Even though that movie was kind of a flop. And apparently Fortnite can't use that anymore because of some kind of licensing thing. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Weird. But like him just sitting on a chair, I don't know what that's from, but I think that's from like when he's in the whorehouse. He's just kind of hanging out, lounging. And the scary face. He's got the scary face. Anyway, so yeah, all the characters are going to come eventually. I personally want the Animaniacs. I want Dexter. But the more I thought about it, and you know, I've been watching things, they've been making points. Those are some pretty popular IPs. Animaniacs just had a redo recently. They'll probably come eventually. And Dexter, I don't know, Dexter's kind of weird because he's kind of like cult famous, but I wouldn't think he'd be that expensive. But maybe they can't come up with a moveset. I don't know. Because everything they do, every character they come out with is unique. They play differently. So Nubia, while I'm not excited for, somebody will be. Somebody wants her. And the fact of the matter is, that's what this game is. I didn't care about Black Adam when he came out. And look at everybody who plays as Black Adam. You know, it's just one of those things. Why did you get Velma and not Fred? Think about that. It's weird, but it works. The Gremlins, kind of a dumb idea. I think they only came to the game because there was going to be like a new series that ended up flopping before it even came out.
But now they're in the game, and Gizmo's great. I think all the characters are good. So eventually you'll get all the characters you want, I'm sure. But, here's the addendum at the middle there. That's not going to happen if you keep crapping on the game. That's not going to keep crapping. That's not going to keep happening if you decide the game is trash and you don't want to play it anymore. Because this person wasn't added. They added the Powerpuff Girls, which I'm sure is very expensive. Enjoy that. Forget about Nubia. She's later in the season. They knew who the draw was. The Powerpuff Girls are the real draw of the next season, which they're going to be amazing. Everybody's going to be playing as the Powerpuff Girls. This game has potential to have a large roster of fun characters. But it's only going to get there if real stuff goes to the developers. Not this like nerf Black Adam because it's kick or nerf Black Adam because it's clap. Stop trying to nerf characters. First of all, you ruined characters. You ruined Velma until Velma was actually playable again because they get so scared that they're like, oh, I don't want to make people mad. So I'm going to just learn how to play the game. What I learned, and a lot of people have learned who have played professionally, not professionally, I'm not that kind of guy, but who have started to play more hardcore, is you learn that it's not the character that's broken, it's that you don't know how to beat them. Every character, except for Velma right now, can be punished by something if they miss the move. The problem is you don't get them the opportunity to miss because you're not paying attention. So you'll get mad when Black Adam's clap kills you because you're flying in the air and you don't have any more stamina. That's your fault. That's not Black Adam's fault. The developers put a lot of work into this game. And yeah, there's some characters that probably could be nerfed a little bit. There's still some characters that need a little bit of work, I'm sure. But when you start complaining to them and they get scared and they start nerfing everybody, then they suck. Then you don't want to play as them anymore. Then you don't want to buy their costumes. Then you don't want to buy their accessories. They don't have accessories, but you know what I mean for your account. Nobody's going to buy it. Then the game dies. So you want Billy and Mandy? How are you going to get Billy and Mandy when the game is shut down? Just think about that. So enjoy Nubia. Enjoy the Pride shit. I know there's a lot of controversy coming out about the Pride stuff. My only complaint is they were lazy. A t-shirt with a rainbow on it. Give us rainbow characters. Make it fun. You do the Matrix stuff, just give us rainbow colored characters. Then people won't complain. They're just rainbow characters. It's fun. But no, just a shirt is lazy. I will agree with that. But still, I'm like not even really caring about that stuff, but that's just a dumb argument. Don't care about that. Don't buy the outfit. Don't buy it. They won't do it again because they see it didn't sell. There you go. Problem solved. Nubia, she should be fun. Wonder Woman was one of my favorite characters. I used to play with her. She was one of my mains until Samurai Jack came out and I started to commit myself to him. Sounds a little weird. But somebody's going to pick Nubia up and they're going to think she's the best character in the world. I'm not even go off of that stupid like she looks like me crap. I'm just saying like play wise. So enjoy the game. Let the game flourish. Tell the people what you want. Tell the people what you desire. Support the game if you can. Buy the skins for the characters you like. Play the game at least once or twice a week if you enjoy it. Practice it if you really want to get good at the game. If you just want to play fun free-for-all stuff, then they should listen to my critique from earlier. But if you want to focus on the game and get good with certain characters, then do it. And spread the love, spread the joy. I like Multiversus. I've made Multiversus an entire part of my channel. And it will continue to be that way as long as the game exists. But the game won't exist if you complain. Only complain about the things that need to be complained about, please. We have to do this the right way. Because you're not going to get Scooby-Doo. You're not going to get Granny and Tweety. That's my idea. But, you know, you're not going to get those characters. You're not going to get Ed, Edd and Eddy. You're not going to get Green Lantern. You're not going to get any of those characters if the game is dead. So don't kill the game. But that's it. That's the end of the negative part. And slightly positive? I don't know. This is kind of rambled. This is going longer than it should. We're going to end it right here. I'm hyped for season 2. If you watch this whole video, let me know in the comments down. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be that guy. Ugh, gross. If you got this far, write ice cream in the comments. I don't freaking know. Anyway, season 3 is going to be hype. Can't wait. Season 2 was great. It can only get better. Support the game, love the game, play the game. Till next time, I'll see you on stream actually for the next time.